A.J. Brown spoke yesterday. He spoke after tweeting out a Bible verse, Mark 6:11.
Yes.
Oh.
If you are not welcomed, not listened to, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way. And I guess if Twitter was around back in the day, I guess you should hit send. Because he did. Which makes a scene.
Yeah.
And I guess he knew that when he hit send on it. Because he said he would take responsibility for it. And it was, you knew everyone would be around his locker saying, what's up? Mm-hmm. So they did. And this was his answer.
Obviously, Sunday after the game, I let my frustrations boil over. I didn't speak to the media. I had a chance to correct my frustrations, and I continue to let it boil over. That's on me. I take full accountability on that, posting that. My message on Twitter wasn't directed at anyone in the building. Not my coaches, not my quarterback, my GM, nobody. Like I said, I take full accountability. I have an open communication with all my coaches and with my quarterback as well. Me and my coaches, KP, Nick, we discuss weekly about trying to get this thing on the same page. I think it's normal to have frustrations because of the standard that we hold ourselves to, and we have a lot of talent on offense, and to be honest, defense and special teams have been low-key carrying us, and it's just like we need to clean up what we need to clean up and get on the same page and play to the ability that we say that we can and be who we are called to be. So it's a standard that we preach. And so it's easy to have that frustration. I think it's fair to have that frustration. But like I said, I just can't let that boil over.
100% fair to have that frustration. I agree with that. Fewest yards in a game with 6 or more targets in a career. Just 2 catches for 7 yards on 9 targets. He now has under 30 receiving yards in 3 of his first 4 games of this year. 6 catches, 109 receiving yards, and a score in week 3, and that was all in the second half against the Rams. So basically, he's been running around, running his routes for 3.5 games and not getting the football, and when he does, it's for hardly a lick. And
I'd be frustrated too.
8 receptions, 42 yards in the 7 halves of football in 2025, other than that second half against the Rams. The passing game for the Eagles, just 138 yards per game over the first 4 games. It's the second fewest in the NFL, behind only the Tennessee Titans, who, as we mentioned in the first segment of the show, according to their quarterback, right now they ass. Just paraphrasing. Don't come at me, please. So, totally understand for frustration. It makes no sense. Was it Jason Kelsey on the... I'm sorry if I'm ascribing it here. But I think Jason said on his pod, on the New Heights pod, that nobody on the team would be happy with this. Meaning the defense wants him to get the ball. The running back room wants A.J. Brown. Everyone wants A.J. Brown to get the ball. No one should be happy about it or would be happy about it. So it totally makes sense. The issue is tweeting it out. We always go back to pop culture here.
Yeah, we like it.
We do, Mike. Certainly a particular movie that we have drops for. And there's a famous moment in The Godfather where the Don slaps Sonny around and says, never let anybody outside the family know what you're thinking again. And because it gets the family hurt. Spoiler alert, it did.
Uh-oh.
And, but the reason why I bring this up is I don't think Sean Payton needs to see a Bible verse tweeted out and then a local media kerfuffle to know that this is a sore point for the Eagles. But he sure does now. And if I'm him, I'm going up to Surtain. I'm going up to the entire defensive secondary and saying, this game's on you. Because if we keep A.J. Brown from the football and you get in his head, you get in his skull, we've got this thing. We've got it. because the fans, that's the way the fans are going to start getting restless. That's the way A.J. Brown's going to maybe start reaching for a book.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, the good book or otherwise, you know what I mean? Like, if he just goes happy-go-lucky and doesn't say anything, you know his quarterback's not. I mean, just we would play the Jalen Hurts sound bites on this subject matter, but they were all typical Jalen Hurts of just saying, you know, just got to. I think at one point he said, "We just got to keep the main thing the main thing." He is the king of saying nothing, which, by the way, is great for a Philadelphia quarterback.
Yes.
Great. That's what you want.
You want him.
He's intense. He's a winner. He won't let you know what he's thinking ever. And he will give platitudes and he will give statements like, we just got to keep the main thing the main thing. You know, I understand what's going on. Just saying, again, you keep it in-house is the one thing. And I don't blame him, though. Receivers are always mouths that need to be fed. And when they're not, the mouths are going to chirp a little bit. And he's not chirping on the sideline and he's not chirping to the media afterwards, but he's hitting send on something that causes everybody to come around his locker. The ball's going to find him at some point. He's too damn good, and they know it. But the Broncos are equipped to come into that house and keep the main thing still the main thing in the media. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.